Hi guys, it's your girl China. I'm gonna give you a little background on me. I co-host on Fridays with my mentor Harriel Over the Top, so you can catch me tonight at 8 Eastern Standard Time, co-hosting with my mentor Harriel Over the Top. He does a podcast on narcissism, and that's where I get my knowledge from, and eventually became part of the show. But before I get on with this message, I just want you guys to like, share, and subscribe and hit the notification so that you can get notifications when I upload videos. Okay, so this video is about warning the new supply. See, a lot of us want to notify this person as to what they're dealing with. But 9 times out of 10, if they went on to be with this person, that person sat in the background and helped them do these things to you. So there is nothing that you can tell this person that they don't already know. And if they find someone who do not know about you, you would want to warn that person, but I wouldn't advise it because a person is not trying to hear what you're saying, not whatsoever. See, because I was a new supply, but I didn't know it. And when, message got back to me, because we all were in the same circle, that, he was this, he was that, I kind of didn't want to hear it, but it was always in the back of my mind. So when things started going wrong and this person changed, I started hearing, the voices in my head. Well, he said, he always used the line, he's going to the store and he never comes back, which he ended up doing that to me. And so that was true. That was his line, that he's going to the store. So yes, he is the milkman. He goes for milk and he never returned. But if these people know who they are dealing with. So you really are not telling them anything new. And if you are that person, like I said, is not trying to hear that. So I'm going to give you guys some tools. I'm not one for, trying to mess up a relationship. If that person has gone on, then let them go on. But, I've been in that stage where I didn't want the relationship to end. And some of you are in that stage, and you possibly want to warn that new person. You know what they say, silence is your best tool. And I agree that's your best tool for one of the options. But, if you want this person to figure out who that person is, step out the way. Once you step out the way, they learn who that person is. And for those of you who are married, I'm going to tell you this, what I've learned. I filed for a divorce a month after this has happened, because it took me a month to really come to the conclusion as to this is what I was dealing with. And so once you file for that divorce, that new person, whether they know how dirty this person is or they don't, they're totally innocent in this, they will learn that person, because they will see that this person will stop at nothing to destroy you. And even if they helping this person, now you have two people looking at each other like, damn, you dirty. This is what I got to look forward to. You got them, and you just step out the way and let these two dirty people sit together and look at each other like, damn, you're dirtier than what I thought. I just knew you were willing to help me destroy this, but now you're willing to help me destroy this person. So I wonder, what would you do if you got mad at me? I wonder what type of stuff would you say about me? Would you lie about me if I was in this situation? And this also applies to people who have, children with these people who can't file a divorce, but they just have children. File for custody. File for child support. Once you do that, all these dirty tactics that they deploy, that person will see the real them sooner than you think. And you don't have to warn that person if they don't know, because they're about to learn today who that person is and how that person fights dirty. No matter how bitter they claim you are, that person will see how bitter they are. and how dirty they are. And these are people who have to be committed to the lie and to this fake relationship that they have entered into. So either these people are going to walk away or these people are going to participate. And only the people who do not want to be involved in this and truly and genuinely didn't know about you would walk away. They would not help this person. Sometimes you be so entangled you can't walk away. And that was me. But I never approached the old person, never tried to help him fight for custody, never tried to get him to do anything dirty to this girl or anything, because that's just was not my soul. So I'm one of the good ones where the ex didn't have to suffer from him or me because I wasn't getting involved. I didn't initiate anything and she didn't file for custody or anything. So, I mean, she lived a peaceful life on my end versus this new supply that he's with. She's trying to help him destroy me through this divorce and everything, but it's not working. These people, when they know about you, it's not enough for them to destroy your marriage, to feel like they won. They know they haven't won, especially when you step out the way, because it's like, damn, I thought I did something. And so now these people are jealous and trying to find different ways to try to destroy you. But if you really, really want for these people to learn who they're dealing with, do these things. Even if you don't have children with them, and if you have to file a protective order against these people will see what they're dealing with. Same situation, no matter what you file. They will see these dirty tactics, and they either going to participate in it or they're going to have to reevaluate their situation and wonder, what is this person going to do to me once I get on their nerves? I'm not going to have children by this person. And they'll look at, if they too narcissists, they're going to look at, oh, no, I'm not going to have children with her. She's going to get child support. Or she's looking like, I'm not going to have a baby with him because he's going to abandon the child. And so you really do not have to tell these people what they're dealing with, because they're going to see it on their own once you file that illegal paperwork. They never fail and never pass up an opportunity to try to be vindictive, be bitter. Everything that they say that you are, that's what they become. That's what they became in the relationship, in the marriage, in the situationship. So you guys don't have to worry about what's going to become of that relationship. And they'll stay in that relationship, yes, to save face, because they know once they can't have access to you, now they have to prove to everybody else, including themselves, why they made the right decision, why this choice was right for them, why this person was the better person. And they can't, because they have this dynamic in between them where they are two filthy, nasty, bottom of the barrel, crabs in the bucket people. Or if the other person is truly innocent, then they're looking at your ex-person like, oh, this person is really disgusting. This is somebody that I'm going to have to walk on eggshells with. This is somebody that if I choose to be with in the long run, that this is what they're going to do to me. And you know what? These two type of people, when they are narcissists, they will stick that out to save face, especially a female narcissist, because her ego is bigger than a male narcissist. And she feels like she has to win against the other woman at all costs, because women are naturally jealous of other women's beauty. And so when they know that they are low-hanging fruit, yeah, they're going to help this person try to destroy you. Yeah, they're going to employ dirty, dirty tactics. They're going to expose their behavior. And they're dealing with another narcissist. And that's how you show them that both are narcissists and that they're both toxic. And now, so you have two paranoid people in a relationship, not knowing what that other person is going to do when they have an argument. What type of stuff is this person planning against them? since they've had an argument. When that person leaves the house, that other person wants to go because they don't know if that person is going to cheat or what that person is planning. So imagine the dynamics of that. You guys do not have to reach out to the new supply or the new person and tell that person what they're dealing with. All it takes is for you to file legal documents and let the games begin. All you have to do is step back and not give them access to you. Do not reduce yourself to just have a piece of that person in your life, because that's what you'll always have. You're opening the door for that person to side chick you or side dude you. And that's not what you want. You'll never have that whole person again because you have now reduced yourself down to a rag doll. And you know what a rag doll is? Scraps of other material. So basically, you are just basically scraps that this person can use just to get by, just to have something. You will never be a new person, a new doll to this person. And this person will always be vindictive. And if you take them back after you have filed these documents, say if you guys even get a divorce, do you think that person changed? No, that person has not changed. But they will sell you the impression that they changed. They will tell you that they've changed. Yeah, they're going to say whatever they have to say because these people are very vengeful. And they got to do what they got to do to get back into your life. They got to say what they got to say to get in to finish you. And you think they're going to, if they come back, they're going to completely get rid of that toxic person? No. They're going to keep that person around. You know why? Because that person is an important piece on the chessboard. If that person was willing to help them destroy you and to deploy tactics against you to help them, oh, they keeping that person in their back pocket. You're a fool if you think that they're going to get that person. Get rid of that person. Remember, narcissists feel like they own people. And just because that person is toxic doesn't mean that they don't feel like they own that person. What better thing to own than somebody who you can team up with now and in the future to destroy and hurt somebody else? They definitely going to keep that person around. You know why? Because they know when they get back into your life, that person is going to be an important piece in helping them destroy you again. But this time, they're going to make sure that they do it right. So you guys be very careful taking these people back. And then you have to understand, too, once you expose them to each other, there's resentment on both ends. Because even though that person knows that this person is no good, they got to have somebody to blame, and they're going to blame you. They're going to say, had you not filed this paperwork, this person wouldn't know who I am. And then the new person is going to say, had you not filed that paperwork, this person wouldn't know who I am and what I'm capable of this soon. That mask drops when you guys file that legal paperwork, because now they have to, their nature has to kick in. They have to be who they are. They have to show themselves, because they damn sure ain't going to be nice and ain't going to have morals when it comes to teaming up to destroy you, to deploy tactics, to hurt you. They're going to definitely expose themselves. So if you guys want to expose the narcissist to the new supply, that's the most healthy way to do it. And don't do it because you know it works or that you just want to get at that person. Do it because you feel like it's the right thing to do, and that would make it healthy. If you do it because you want to get back to that person or get that person back, karma's going to get you, because intent matters, and God knows what your intentions are. And see, I stumbled upon this filing my divorce. and seeing how stuff goes down. These people are very unhappy, evil, vindictive people. So be very careful doing this, because these people will stop at nothing. There is no low. They wouldn't scoop, oh God, stoop to, to destroy you, to hurt you, and possibly unalive you. They don't care about you once they leave the relationship. That relationship is over. They didn't respect you in the relationship. So why in the hell should they respect you now? Is how they feel. They full on disrespect now. You're starting to see disrespect that you have never thought that you would see. You think the discard was something? Wait till you file that paperwork, because that's rejection, regardless of what you file against these people. It's rejection. And it's you standing up for yourself. And it's you saying, I had enough. And it's saying that you're not going to give me closure. I'm going to give me closure. I'm going to close this chapter. And the narcissist will employ that new supply to help them, because they don't want to lose you. And they don't want to lose. So if they lose in court, they lose you. And they're not trying to have that. Narcissists try to hold on to you by any means. My divorce has been dragging out for 2.5 years. And at first, I didn't want anything. All I wanted was for him to give me the divorce. And he decided he wanted to get a lawyer and fight. And so now we're in a battle. And they even found a narc attorney. So I have 3 against me. And they're not winning. They've been continuing this case over and over and over and over again, because narcissists have to win. Because if they don't win, they lose. And it's not about winning just the court battle. It's about you not getting what you want. Because if you get what you want, then you dictate what they have to give you. You have the authority over them. And they don't want that. You're calling the shots. You have the power. You have the leverage. So it's not about them having to win just to say, see, I told you, see, I told you. It's about holding on to you and holding on to that power. If you strip them of that power, they know it's over. And they're not going to bow down to you. They're not going to come back to you. No, they want always for you to come back to them. That way they can dictate the terms moving forward. And that's why these things are power moves. And why would you want to take somebody back who would do all of this to you? Never take these people back, because they show you who they truly are and what they would do by any means necessary to make sure that you suffer. And it doesn't matter if you have children with them or not. Children are just a pawn too. And when they can't get to you through the children, they're going to find other means. They will sabotage their own lives just to take yours. So be very careful, guys, because these people are not anything to play with. And you have to learn to distance yourself. And I always recommend that you guys exercise your Second Amendment right, because these people are dangerous. And they will stop at nothing to make sure that you're no longer on this earth. And if it means that they have to be, I can't say it on here, but unalive bombers, where they would put a bomb on themselves and run up to you and grab you and detonate. So these people are very dangerous. Do not try to warn that new person. Even if you did, it's fine. If you have the right person, that stuff is going to play in their mind when things start going wrong. It did it with me. I start seeing everything, and I'm like, oh, no wonder this person. But I always kept that in the back of my mind, always, because I felt like she had no reason to lie, but I just didn't want to hear it. You know why? Because I thought I was special. Oh, it's not going to happen to me. It just happened to her. And, she's just mad that he's with me and that she found out. We all thought that. We all thought we were special. This plays even in the scenario with guys who dealt with female narcissists. There's no difference in playbook and difference in actions and different in patterns when it comes to the genders. They're all the same. They want to say this is a disorder. Now, everything is just disordered. It plays out in a different order. And that's all that means. So don't take that at face value. Psychologists have to give it a name in order to subscribe a drug for it in order to make money. This is all about money for psychologists. And then two, it's all spiritual. But then you have the atheists out there. And what better way for an atheist to grab hold to this information without it being spiritual is through psychology. Psychology is just a way of explaining it so that atheists can believe it. But it's all spiritual. Science is built around explaining anything that God has created. And that's why science dips into everything, understanding our body. God already knows that. Understanding space, understanding the moon, understanding the sun. Everything God has created, science has tried to give a different version as to why it exists, other than the biblical way. And so, sometimes science is debatable. And that's why I say, go off experience. Everything I'm telling you guys is based off experience. I might apply some scientific stuff to it because I have found that, it has been that way. But when it comes to narcissists, do understand the information that psychologists have, where you think they got it from? A narcissist. And you think narcissists, suddenly is just honest? No. They're not honest. They're not going to tell everything. That's why I don't like the rules that they put out here. Because guess who gave you these rules? Narcissists. You want to hurt me? Go no contact. You want to hurt me? Do this. You want to hurt a narcissist? Do that. They're not telling you fully. I've put myself in situations where I had to experience certain things to understand and to know what I've been through. So I have lots of experience in this situation, and that's why it took a while for me to want to start my channel, because I only had the experience of what I've been through twice, but I had to get out here and experience different scenarios. I put myself in different situations to see what the outcome was. I put myself in a situation where I had to beg. I put myself in a situation where I reverse hoovered myself. I put myself in a situation where I did no contact. I put myself in all these situations just to see and just to be able to have the knowledge. So guys, in closing, I just want to say it's not important for the new supply or the new person to understand what they're dealing with. Because if you just even step back and not use the tactics that I told you to use, eventually that person will figure out what they're dealing with. It's just going to take a little more time if you don't employ the tools that I have given you. It's just going to take a little bit more time for them to figure it out, because they're in that honeymoon stage. and they dove head in first. And so that euphoria, they're in the relief stage. They're living it up, living life. They're not trying to hear anything you're saying right now. See, but when you jump into a relationship and you don't get to know that person, when the fun is over, now you have to learn that person and you have to see that person's flaws. And you are about to see them for who and what they are. And that's what's going to end up happening if you just step out the way. Because it's no fun when they're just doing it themselves. Their relationship is built off of your pain. And the more pain they can inflict on you, the longer their relationship can last. Because it's not built off substance. It's not built off quality. It's built off lies and deception and betrayal. And as long as they can continue to inflict that pain on you, that's the whole foundation of their relationship. But if you remove yourself, you remove the foundation. And then it's no fun when the rabbit has the gun. So let these people get in these relationships. Leave that stuff alone. Let them have it. Give them the breakup. Accept the breakup. And step out the way. I know it's hard, but you have to. You have to have that funeral for that person. You have to grieve them. And you have to have that funeral. Just as if a loved one passes away. You don't want that person to go. But they're gone. And so you instantly hold on to the memories. And that's the same with a narcissist. And the memories is what keep you stuck with that person to make you feel their presence because you don't have them physically. So in order to hold on to them, you have to gravitate towards the memories. And that's how you feel their presence and feel their love. But you have to create new memories because those memories wasn't real. They were real for you, but they were not real for the person you were in the relationship with. That person deceived you. That person pretended because they needed to not grieve the previous relationship. They needed to not hurt in that previous relationship. So what better way to do that than to go into another relationship? It even happened with you. And celebrate. And go on trips. Plan vacations. Buy new things. That's what people do when they're in pain. That's what people do when reality is not an option. They have to buy and surround themselves with superficial people and things in order to bypass the pain. But when you push something to the back, it always comes forward, no matter what. Because eventually they're going to see that that new supply is human and that that new supply is not who they were in the beginning. Even though they never took the time to get to know that person. And they jumped in. And now they're seeing that person for who they are. And so now they're like, oh, I can do better. And that's why they always go back to their exes. It's not just because they're familiar or they're comfortable with that person. They're looking at that person like, oh, you were better than this person. But in the beginning, when they left you, they thought that person was better than you. And so now you're better than this person because they're starting to see all the things that you did. See, because they ran off that 20%. And now they need the 80%. And that's why they always have someone in the background. And they're not going to let that person go. If they come back to you, that's because you were quality. You gave them the 80%. They're not going to leave 20% for a ex. You know, that's 20%. That's 40%. They need that 80 back to go with that 20%. And they probably didn't even leave for 20%. They probably left for 1%. And so now they won't need you back, want to hold on to this one and grab more, because these people are always looking for different qualities in different people to get that 100%. And half the time when they jump into these relationships and they can't get you back and you step back and you get out the way, well, that person is just there as an emotional punching bag. They don't want that person. When they leave us, they know what they're dealing with. They run over to somebody who felt like they needed to give them all the sexual pleasures that you wasn't getting. And that's what they run over there for, to get those sexual pleasures that you wasn't given. And then when you leave them to stand on their decision, now they're seeing that this person was just that. That person didn't bring to the table what you brought. See, they left for a need. They needed sex. They needed someone to have sex with, someone to do all these things that you're not doing. They didn't see that that other person didn't have what you had to offer. And they felt like that person was better because their needs were getting met. But they don't understand that their needs were getting met because you were carrying the big bulk of it. And that person was just giving them a piece of what they were missing. And so when they run off to get that piece that they were missing, and you make them stand 10 toes down on that decision, they have to live with that. And in every relationship, sex runs dry. You learn that person's body. That person, we're grown here, only but so many ways. Your mouth can perform tricks. So many times that a person can take anal sex. So many times before a person say, I have a headache. Oh, I'm tired. So they run thinking that this is going to be something that's going to be ongoing. Something that this person is not going to stop doing because this person has shown them that this is what I'm willing to do to please you. And that's all they're willing to do. Yeah, they may come over there and fix them a plate, do this, do that, but you think that person want to continue to do that? No. You guys get upset because they run to a new person or had someone on the side. Do you know how much low self-esteem you have to reduce yourself to someone's sneaky link, someone's side piece? Because if you were anything of quality, you would have your own man. You wouldn't want somebody else's man or somebody else's woman. So that says a lot about that new person as a person. So do know that they are dealing with someone whose self-esteem is just as low, even if that other person isn't a narcissist. All it takes is for the right attention. And those people are going to go too. They're going to love that attention. Because attention that in a relationship dies, it doesn't feel the same coming from that person anymore. No matter how much they do it. It's like, yeah, I know how you feel. That's how a narcissist feel. I want somebody else to tell me. I want somebody else to see it. And so the minute someone winks at them, they're in a relationship. That's their target. That's who they want. And they're going to chase it. And that's how you can destroy a relationship with them. You step out the way. You deny them access. And eventually, they're going to start comparing that person to you. And that person is not going to be you. And when they find out they don't have access to you, now that person gets punished. Because that person is the fault, is the reason. Narcissists never take accountability. So can you imagine two of them in a relationship blaming each other? Running back to their exes? See, sometimes narcissists be like, oh, me and my ex broke up. We're on good terms. Oh, we're best friends. That can be true, and sometimes it's not. That's triangulation. And that's just a way for you to see them in a good light. Like, oh, this is a good person. They're on good terms with their ex. But once you get into the relationship and you've been love bombed and everything, the truth comes out. Half the time they don't be on good terms with these exes. You know why? Because they burned that bridge, like with me. Stephen, had I not filed for this divorce and been going through this divorce, he probably have her fooled that we are on good terms. They do that so when they reach out to you, that person will not know that they're reaching out to you to try to get back with you. They're reaching out to you because of the child or because you guys are friends. Ain't nothing greater than two narcissists in a relationship together. And that's what it usually is, guys. And yeah, they love other narcissists because all they do is boost each other's ego. But then eventually the shit hits the fan. And now these people are trying to outdo one another, one-up one another. Cheating on each other. I've seen it in my own family. It's so toxic. Yeah, they'll stay together because they love that toxicity. But they're still going outside looking for peace. And that's why they have these side pieces, because they give them peace. Especially when they're not winning the argument with the other narcissists. This is all for another discussion, guys, but I just wanted to let you guys know that, you know, these are the tools. If that's something you want to do to let the new supply know what they're dealing with, either step back or file legal paperwork. And that will reveal them sooner than the new supply would have found out. That's my time, guys. Gonna post more videos. Once again, please like, share, and subscribe to my videos. There are more to come. Once again, you can see me on Harrio on the top tonight. Harrio over the top tonight at 8 Eastern time. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope this helps. More is coming soon. I'm trying to build my channel, so please support me. Thanks, guys. See you soon.